What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sisters. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sisters fans. Okay, this is information about Season 3, Episode 2, airing on June 16th. And I have to say, this is pretty good. So make sure you go ahead and hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. And yeah, we are closing in on 175,000 subscribers. So please, please, please hit subscribe. Okay, acting normal. Andy finds herself in the middle of Fatima and Karen, who both want Zach. That's enough for me. I'm sold. I'm ready for this episode because you got, Karen and Andy, who are the besties of the Sisters group. I'm not saying that Sabrina and Danny aren't good friends, but at the same time, I feel like they're both, if you go back to like season 1, for example, they're both scorned because of the fact that, Karen and Andy keep secrets from each other. So it's almost like their connection is kind of linked because the two other girls in the group are over to themselves. But you could argue that, Sabrina has a stronger connection to Maurice than she does to Danny. And then Danny has believe it or not, more of a connection to Zach than any of the girls in the group. I'm not saying that Sabrina and Danny aren't friends because of the fact that when you think about it, Sabrina, whenever she has an issue, mainly Calvin, I think, if it isn't Maurice, Danny's the first person she talks to. So just looking at the dynamic of how Fatima is like Sabrina's Maurice. And what I mean by that is a co-worker who she kind of confides in. But it's honestly not until season 2 when Andy and Fatima really became quote unquote soul sisters, when it came to Andy actually talking to her. But you could also argue the fact that it really boils down to Andy being told what she doesn't want to hear from her girls, so she decides to talk to somebody else. I'm not saying that Fatima isn't a ride or die. That's definitely not the case. I mean, hell, didn't she hide incriminating evidence about Andy to the FBI in season 2, episode 1 or 2? So she's down for her girl, but at the same time, it's like we have Karen, who's the bestie for Andy out of the group. So now it's a matter of, okay, now a guy has come between them. And to be honest, it's pretty much all Karen. I mean, Karen's the only one who's making things awkward and hostile. So, Fatima is going to be Fatima. She's going to be cordial. She's going to be polite. It's going to be Karen who needs to get over her own issues and insecurities. So there it is. So this could be definitely the start of the Karen being bitter arc. And if you go back to the trailer, Andy's like, Fatima's really nice. And, I didn't know anything about it. So we'll just have to see if Karen can be the mature one of the group. And it's kind of ironic because her actress is the youngest out of the 4 women. But I have nothing else to say, but I'm really excited to see how this episode is going to hold up because the title is Acting Normal. And yes, I feel like Andy's going to be the one trying to act normal within the friend group, but then the whole Zach dynamic is going to throw things off. But then again, remember, this is episode 2, so acting normal could also embody the fact that after a night of terror, after watching Gary get shot and Jasmine threatening her, maybe she's trying to go back to normal by just going back to work like nothing happened. So I have to give it to Tyler Perry, or at least these characters. I don't know if I can deal with that. I just being in a near fender bender or something will be enough to haunt me for a few days. So to deal with somebody, pointing a gun and shooting somebody in front of me and all that kind of crap, I'd be like, damn, I don't even know if I can deal with this. I want to be barricaded for a few months, be in another quarantine. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I cannot wait to see how things play out. And I mean, I can imagine the girls are together and then Danny will be like, oh, this is awkward. But thanks so much for tuning in as always, guys. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.